If you love Otome games that have layered characters, stunning visuals, and a lot of fluffy interactions or mysteries to solve, you're in for a treat. In this video, we're checking out 10 underrated Otome games released this 2024 that you might have missed. I'll be sharing what I enjoyed about the game and why I think it should be on your next playlist. So let's jump right into it. First up is Royal Order. The game takes you into a magical world where three kingdoms are desperate to stop ruthless pirates from destroying their lands. You play as Arya, the newest member of the High Council, a group of powerful magicians who form the Royal Order to bring peace. You'll need to handle centuries-old grudges between the kingdoms and decide whether to keep the peace or risk starting a war. You have 60 in-game weeks to build your skills, take on quests, and make decisions that shape the story. You'll meet 3 romantic options, each with their own depth and backstory, so they feel like real people rather than cliches. Royal Order stands out for me because it tells a mature, meaningful story while still being easy to follow. The game explores deep themes like trust and betrayal, but keeps it personal by letting you shape Arya's journey. The LGBT+ representation is natural and inclusive, adding to the story without feeling forced. It's perfect for players who love fantasy worlds, rich characters, and stories where their choices truly matter. Then we have Trouble Comes Twice Bonus Stories DLC. This heartwarming addition to the main game focuses on the fun and fluffy side of love after the initial romance. You'll revisit the 8 couples from the base game through 3 bite-sized stories for each. See love from the perspective of your love interest, experience their wedding milestones, and enjoy a carefree beach day together. The DLC explores what comes next moments in a way that's lighthearted and endearing. While it's not a long and dramatic extension of the main story, it's perfect if you want more cozy, romantic vibes and a reason to smile. You'll get to see how the love interests think and feel about the relationship, which makes their romances feel more real and personal. If you loved them in the main game, this is your chance to see them shine in a new light. The DLC is not meant to reinvent the game, but rather to give fans a little more time with the characters they adore. If you enjoyed Trouble Comes Twice and want something light and fun, this DLC is a sweet bonus worth considering. Then we have Love and Country. The game is set in 1916 during the chaos of World War I. You play as Lillian Sinclair, an American spy training with the French intelligence agency, the 2 Bureau. Her mission is to rescue a fellow agent from enemy territory, all while navigating the dangers of espionage and the complexities of her feelings for 2 very different men. While the game is more linear than some might expect, these decisions lead to entirely unique narrative paths and endings. The characters feel real and multidimensional. Lillian is a determined yet vulnerable protagonist, balancing her duty as a spy and her personal emotions. What sets Love and Country apart is its combination of historical authenticity and emotional storytelling. It's rare to find a visual novel set during World War I, and the meticulous research shines through in the dialogue, settings, and plot. The game's focus on balancing romance with the moral challenges of espionage creates a gripping narrative. If you enjoy historical romance with a touch of intrigue and a bittersweet edge, this is a game worth exploring. Up next is Anchored Hearts: A Tale of Destiny. The game combines pirate adventures, romance, and strategic gameplay to create a unique storytelling experience. Set in a world where political alliances and pirate codes clash, you play as Nova, also known as La Belladonna, a wrongly accused pirate captain. After being framed for sinking ships and breaking a long-standing truce, you're thrown into prison and must clear your name while evading capture. Along the way, you unravel a larger mystery tied to your past and the real villain behind the sabotage. The game mixes visual novel storytelling with RPG elements, where it's accessible for newcomers but rewarding for those who like some challenge. Anchored Hearts is rich with vibrant, hand-drawn art. The character designs are clean and appealing, with detailed costumes and expressive animations. Whether you're charting a course to redemption or steering into the arms of romance, Anchored Hearts delivers a well-rounded adventure, perfect for fans of story-rich games with a touch of strategy. Then we have Glass Heart Retold. The game is about Mera, a girl whose life has been spent inside a hospital because of her weak heart. With a tough surgery ahead and only a 20% chance of survival, she steps outside for the first time to experience the world she's always dreamed about. It's a heartfelt story about what it means to really live. Whether you want to lean into the drama or keep things lighter, the safe space option helps you skip tougher moments and still stay connected to the story. You'll also see parts of the story through other characters' perspectives, which makes the emotions hit even harder. Everyone has their moments, and they all add something important to Mira's journey. Every character's voice matches their personality, making the story feel alive. Mira's voice joins in during special scenes, which makes you feel even closer to her. It's like you're stepping into her world. This isn't just a love story, it's about finding joy and meaning in every moment, even the tough ones. If you're into emotional, story-rich games with stunning art and a lot of heart, Glass Heart Retold is worth checking out. Next up is Childhood Love. You play as Honoka, a cheerful and determined girl who's always looked up to her childhood friend and older brother figure, Kai. The story focuses on their close bond as Honoka visits Kai during a busy time in his life when he's preparing for university exams. Through flashbacks and heartfelt conversations, the game explores their shared memories and the sweet awkward moments that come with realizing how much someone means to you. It's a gentle and heartwarming tale about friendship, growing up, and maybe something more. This game is short and simple, with around an hour of playtime with 10 different endings, and the minigames are a fun addition, breaking up the story while letting you interact with their memories. The art is soft and warm, giving the whole game a cozy and nostalgic vibe. It feels like flipping through an illustrated memory book, with the visuals perfectly matching the game's sweet tone. The game features a full voice cast, including Honoka, which adds a lot of depth and immersion to the characters. Childhood Love stands out to me because it focuses on a bond that many players can relate to, a close friendship that might grow into something more. Its short playtime makes it a perfect choice for a quick emotional experience. If you enjoy sweet, story-driven games about relationships and everyday life, this one's a great pick. Up next is Under the Thorns. In this mystery romance game, you play as Clara, a maid who takes a job at a mysterious and eerie manor. The place has an unsettling history, 13 maids before her have been dismissed, and her new employer, Edward, is rumored to be dangerous. As Clara begins her work, she uncovers secrets hidden within the manor's walls, unraveling a story full of suspense, heartbreak, and romance. While the pacing starts slow, it builds suspense and the plot thickens, keeping you curious and engaged. The game's emphasis on narrative means you'll spend most of your time exploring the characters' relationships and uncovering the mystery surrounding Edward and the manor. I love how the game features a soothing soundtrack and full voice acting for the main characters. The music enhances the emotions of each scene, from tense moments to heartfelt confessions, making the audio a vital part of the experience. If you love unraveling secrets and diving into relationships that feel genuine and meaningful, Under the Thorns is a must-play. Then we have Astoria's Fate's Kiss. In this interactive visual novel, gods and monsters from Greek mythology are living in modern-day New York, and things can get messy. That's where your agency comes in, handling cases that involve these mythical beings while keeping the world safe. You're a rookie agent with big dreams, but everything changes when 5 powerful mythological figures turn to you for help. Each mythological figure brings their own personality and challenges to the table, from gods to misunderstood monsters. The game also features diverse love interests, including LGBTQ+ options, giving players a chance to connect with characters who resonate with them. The character designs reflect their mythological roots, while giving them a modern twist that makes them feel relatable. As a fan of the game back when it was a standalone on mobile, I find that there are slight inconsistent changes in the visuals, but it's more of a minor issue for me. The port still retains the charm of the original. Nostalgia might have hit harder than I thought. If you're into stories that combine drama, adventure, and heartfelt moments, Astoria Fate's Kiss is a pretty exciting game that lets you connect with characters in a meaningful way. Moving on, we have Keepers of Astrela. You play as Eva, a writer who loves coffee and spends her days crafting fantasy worlds. But things get weird when the monsters from her books start appearing in her life. And so does Emrys, one of her characters, who insists that the world she's been dreaming about, Astrela, is real and in trouble. Suddenly, you're balancing between reality and fantasy, trying to save both worlds from destruction while uncovering secrets about Astrela and Eva's connection to it. The characters feel like real people with distinct personalities. Their interactions bring humor and heart to the story, and you'll get to decide how close Eva becomes to each of them, whether as friends or something more. The art in this game is gorgeous. From cozy little towns to the magical world of Australia, every scene is detailed and immersive. If you like meaningful stories with choices that matter, fun characters, and a little bit of humor, this game feels like settling in with a really good book. Relaxing but full of surprises. Then we have The Good People. This visual novel is inspired by Irish myths and legends. You play as a farmer in 19th century Ireland whose life gets flipped upside down when you're pulled into a magical world full of fairies and ancient politics. Your job is to get back what was stolen from you, but the deeper you go, the more you realize there's a lot more at stake. You can customize your character's look, pronouns, and personality, so the experience feels personal. And whether you want romance or just strong friendships, the game lets you choose. The music and voice acting really set the mood with a soundtrack that is full of soft emotional tunes that draw you into the story, while the voices make the characters feel real. The Good People stands out because it's like stepping into an Irish fairy tale where you're the main character. If you're into magical stories, exploring deep relationships, and uncovering secrets, this game is a fun and immersive way to do it. The Good People is currently in early access on Steam. If you haven't seen it already, we review Otome games and cover Otome game news in this channel. So if you enjoy Otome as much as I do, check out this video. You won't want to miss it. Stay awesome, gamers!